I was born in Hungary, a place called southern Hungary called Moko, coming from a very, very religious family, Orthodox family. And my family consists of my mother, father, 5 brothers and 4 sisters, out of which only me and my next brother survived the camps. I do remember very, very happy family life in general, but going to school, playing with friends, including non-Jewish friends. There were 3 Polish Jews who turned up in our synagogue, and they said, you know, listen, brethren, they're being absolutely murdered, killed, buried, alive, burned, and we just couldn't believe this, couldn't believe what they were saying. My mother and my 2 elder sisters discussing this with each other, shall we escape to Romania if we can? And they decided, no, they'd rather stay together as a family. We were told we were being taken east, given a farm, and we were able to look after ourselves. And not only did we go, we were so keen to go first. Now, you'd never believe this. The 3 transports left from the big town. The first one ended up in Auschwitz, and the other 2, we went to a place called Theresienstadt, which was in Czechoslovakia, a show camp for the world and for the Nazis. Most of them survived the war. There were roughly about 70, 80 people in the truck, women, children, men. I have to say that, and I feel absolutely ashamed of myself, that I looked upon it as an adventure as a child. The very, very first reason I was left alive because I spoke Yiddish. The Polish Jews, most of them spoke only Yiddish, and they kept on shouting, if anybody is asked, children, they ask their age, you must say you're at least 16. When the cattle truck opened up, I just stumbled off onto the floor. The shocking stomachache. You could, the scene that confronted me was absolutely horrendous. Thousands of people, women and children one side, men and more able-bodied men on the other side. I said, Mum, can I come with you? She said, no, darling, no, go back to your brother to the other side. That's, of course, the last time I saw my mother and the rest of the family. Dr. Mengler, he stops at me. I said, the old too. A German, very keen to Yiddish, and I understood what he said. Now, I automatically said 16. Although I was 12, he said, all right, go to the right. Of course, the next thing is you have to go through the shower, and as you can see, literally hundreds of people running naked, because at the time we're all naked. Most of the people were running around with blood pouring from them. But you know what? Because all the people, they had to have their hair cut off for 2 reasons: from lice, hygiene, and also they save the hair for other things as well. And the shaving the hair from under the arm and for pubic hair and the hair anywhere else on the body, they had to do it very quickly. The Germans, the cutting of the hair was done by prisoners, and the Germans walking around eating them, saying quicker, los, quicker, quicker, quicker. And of course, what do you do if you do something quickly? Someone stands up with a band on him saying capo, said gather around here. And he said, you've arrived at a place called Auschwitz. Don't you ever forget it. You're given a number, and you must remember the number, not your name. You don't know your number, you won't exist. I burst out crying. I said, I want to see my mummy. I want to see my mummy. At that moment, I realized, you know, Ivor, this isn't a joke anymore. This is not a holiday. The number you were given had to be tattooed on your arm. The SS man said, you know, you'll have to go back to the camp, come back tomorrow because you've run out of ink. And the nearest place for me was a children's block, which I went in there. My brother found out where I was, took me away from there. At first I didn't want to go, I was always scared for punishment. We went up the following morning, the whole children's block were taken to the gas chamber. and you thought to yourself, did you actually live through that? You thought to yourself, how could you have survived all that?